Good morning, guys. Welcome to the stream. Uh, Thought I do an early stream. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's Saturday weekend. Um, so today I plan to this is kind of a new framework came out called SolidJS. It's in the kind of a JavaScript ecosystem. So I thought I maybe just learn something about it and see how it goes. I already know Vue.js and React. Pretty cool library and framework. Love them. So this is kind of a new one. And one thing I because Svelte is also kind of amazing in its own way, and it has its own ecosystem in terms of having a different syntax, or I think a different file name as well. And this was kind of new. I mean, actually the file name itself. So I would prefer to stick with since like Vue.js already has a different file name, so I guess it's not a big deal. Uh, but having a different file name comes with its own headaches, you can say, because in that case you need to have your own I think it's called compiler, that or maybe parser, I believe. I don't know the correct terminology. um, like you need a parser for passing the HTML, JavaScript, and styles, maybe. For if we take an example of Vue.js, so behind the scenes, it splits the file into three different parts and parse them individually. uh, so yeah, I mean, like, that's why it's nice if actually over here, like, you can see that we can write JSX, which is pretty great, and it has TypeScript support. That's what we need, we it's great. And obviously if we can use Wait, that'll be also great. So it's a win-win situation. I have been building apps in Vue.js and React, on production, and both are great. Obviously, for React, there are already a lot of memes on Twitter about use memo, use callback, stuff like that. It has its own quirks. So I guess every framework or language has its own pros and cons. So we will be starting with SolidJS today, and see where it lands. Get started. We are working on new docs. You can check out the beginner tutorial here. Join our efforts on Discord. Okay. Solid reactivity in 10 minutes. Yeah, I think reactivity is kind of the new term in the market. Like for I think React uh, React reactivity works in kind of a different way. I think I might be wrong, but that's what I believe. But I think for Vue.js, it should be similar. By far, easiest way to get started with Solid is to try it online. Our REPL at playground.solidjs is a perfect way to try out ideas, as is Code Sandbox. Okay, where you can modify any of our examples. Okay, why it is capital? Weird. Is it a typo? We can submit a pull request. It's not a bad idea. That'll be like our first official PR if we try that. I wonder, if someone has already even tried to submit a PR for that. Let's see, if they are using I mean, adding a capital E for the example, like to make it prominent, that makes sense. Uh, okay. Oh, I was muted. Oh my god. So what I was saying that whenever I change the display, come on. So whenever I change the display like this, the frame rate drops drastically, which is really. Um, I really need to get a dedicated stream machine, with the good GPU. Let that, get that juice running. Okay, so let's start. I will be using TypeScript because it's awesome. And okay, let's go with the playground. Okay, let me try what this 100 second has to offer. Oh, it's a video. Nah, no, thank you. YouTube can be watched later. Yeah. Okay. No, thank you, YouTube. I'll go with the playground. It is stream info. Is it still loading? I think the loading is complete. I don't see anything. That's weird. Let's check the dev tools. Okay. Now this is freaking me out. Why it is not working? Uh, you can close. Okay. Developer. Ooh, that loading spin. Okay, okay. So it was loading. I guess this editor is kind of huge, so it's taking its time to load. And like my sweet little machine is at its lower end, getting all the juice it can with a smaller CPU. So I guess that's what we get. All right. Oh no, it's did I reload the page? No, 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 no. That can't be. You gotta be kidding me. Come on. Oh man, that sucks. Actually, Twitch released this new update for the stream manager, I guess. Kind of cool, I guess. Like you can drag and drop those panels. Uh, Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Love the background music. I wonder how much time it will take to load it. And I was hoping, well, I wouldn't, or maybe I shouldn't say that, but I was hoping it would be faster. I can also assume that it is because of the machine. Like, again, like it's quite slow. The overall machine is. Okay, we are in. There are no guidelines, I guess. Maybe I should have opened the docs in the site. How should I open? There is no link even. Man, this is slow. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, in the meantime, we can get used to the syntax. First of all, the packages kind of It would be nice if they could have that at the rate at the starting. It's pretty cool to have that, uh, like SolidJS, or maybe like, is it required to have that, or maybe it's optional? Because most of the time, like personally, I have used at the rate. It's kind of cool to see that. It feels like kind of a username. Like at the rate SolidJS and blah blah blah. Give me a second. I need to message someone. I hope it doesn't open on the second screen. Come on, please. Not on the second screen. Can I turn off the display real quick? Oh, the music also stopped. Well, awesome. Okay, just give me a second, guys. I need to just drop a quick message real quick. Then I'll continue sharing my screen. In the meantime, let me try this. Nah, this is not good. Okay, in the meantime, I can speak just to say that I'm here. I think that this will not work. It's loading all the messages. I'm opening WhatsApp. Just need to send a quick message. Actually, this is also a problem with the WhatsApp, that like it doesn't have a native, like even though like it does have a native, it still needs to connect to your mobile device to get the messages, and then it literally downloads the messages, all those files, which is insane, man. I know, like all that end-to-end encryption stuff, uh, that's, yeah, I mean, whatever. Gotta do what you gotta do. It's taking a lot of time. Let me do that on. Oh man, this is really nerve-wracking. Okay, I think we are back. I will do that on my phone. Now I should turn off the camera now, because I'm using my phone's camera to. Okay, transition. Okay, now I'm still here. I'm just hiding my camera now. Gotta do it one way or the other. Okay, let's see. I didn't got the chance to post my message on Twitter as well. That's fine. Let's keep it low key. Okay, back to turning on the camera, I guess. Let me set it up. Oops. Okay, I guess this should be good. All right, now let me. Yep, all good. Okay, so where were we? Yeah, we were over here with the SolidJS. So going through top to the bottom, we can digest that we are importing the web package, SolidJS web package, the render method, I think it's similar to React. Okay, first of all, let's not compare right away. Let's see like what SolidJS has to offer, and then maybe we can compare if it sounds fair. Then SolidJS, the main package, has this create signal. So we create kind of a reactive, I guess, a reactive property called count. I'm not sure, like I'm not able to edit this file. Is it the editor too heavy for Safari? Dang man, that's not good. Uh, okay, so we have a count property of maybe a reactive property, and we use create signal method and set the default value, and then we have a function named increment which execute the set count function to increment the value. Okay, so we use the set count as a to execute that. Okay, so is it a okay? It must be okay. Okay, it must be a reactive value, so that's why we are executing it. I mean, calling it as a function makes sense. All right, and then we can render it to the DOM uh, using the okay. So this is a function. Okay, cool, pretty cool. I was hoping for Safari to be a little bit faster, or just give me some kind of an an exception. But I guess it couldn't help me either. I also like I was wondering, like I was just making some API calls for testing one of my project. So I noticed that like or maybe I think it just the way Chromium dev team is working. So what happened, like whenever we make an API call, or just make a get request, or any method request to an endpoint, or a URL. Uh, so we pass a user agent header. I think it's a header, right? Yeah, I think it's a header. Yeah. So a user agent header contains the information about the server or the device from where the request is being originated. And at that time, I noticed that, for example, I was making a request from my machine, the Mac OS, and so I think like even so I'm not sure like how the browser are built technically, but what I know is that I think for browser vendors to build a browser, or maybe just build or compile the browser on the Mac OS operating system, they need to use Safari underlying logic or framework, technically speaking, uh, to make it work on the Mac OS itself. So what happened? Like if you check the user agent over there, it was showing that it uses a version 5. Like you can check any Chromium based. So I'm using Arc, which is also a Chromium based. I think if you check Google Chrome as well, it should be the same. I'm not exactly sure. But whereas like if you like if I because I was also testing my API call via Safari as well, and they are on version 6. Pretty big difference. Like obviously there must be some kind of a breaking change, that it's a major bump from 5 to 6. But yeah, it was kind of a new thing for me. All right, let's see. Where is the template? Import repository, create sandbox. Yes, I guess I need to create a sandbox. Okay, great. You know what? I will just close this tab. It's not helping at all. I will open a new tab with so. Come on, help. SolidJS. Okay. Uh, why I didn't click on that? I mean, I did, but that thing got in my way. Wait, what was that? So you see over here, you can't type this. Dang, that's a nice release name. This is interesting. Solid has experienced incredible growth in the past 6 months. Companies are using it for power production application, and Solid Start Beta is a big part of that. Is it Solid Start? Is it a kind of a toolkit or boilerplate? As a part of the natural as a natural part of this growth and increased use at scale, we are continuing to learn what works well and what the rough edges in Solid are today. Okay, it's nice to always see an improvement to the software we use. You know what, let me back real quick. uh, Transition. Okay, so I think the music is also paused, but I'll be back real quick. I don't go anywhere. Hello, welcome back, welcome back. What did I miss? Okay, I will go to the docs first of all. Uh, Great, they don't have the docs. Ecosystem, tutorials, APIs, quick start. Ah, here it is. They should put that freaking at the top, man. Well, it also does make sense that you would put guide. Okay, never mind. Is this a glitch? What is happening? Fine-grained reactivity lets you do more with less. Solid is built with the efficient reactive primitives you can use from your business logic to your GSX views. This unlocks complete control over what get updated and when, even at the binding level. With no virtual DOM or extensive diffing, the framework never does more work than you want it to. See it in action. Actually, again, like I might compare it with React.js, but React.js had that, and I think in the class components, like a component did update or I haven't used class components a lot, to be fair. So, but I use functional component a lot. Uh, but actually, like if I have to compare, I think like use effect is kind of a what do you call that, all-in-one solution. I mean, of course, it's better to write less code, but it is still not descriptive. Like what exactly you're trying to do. Uh, Clip that straight channel. Okay, if I open this, man, why is this happening? I didn't have that issue in my prior streams, or maybe I think in the last stream I also had this similar issue. Not, uh, what? Never mind. Nothing will happen like just by saying about that. Let's just enjoy the stream and have fun. So it is reloading the page. You know what? Let's just jump to the guides and see like what they have to say. No, come on. I don't need the FAQ. I need, come on, getting started. Okay. I was on this page earlier. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Uh, okay. Can I go to this link? It will work. It's not the homepage, I guess. Come on, it's the homepage. Nah, no thank you. Uh, our examples. Okay, can we edit the example? It's a markdown file. Come on, give me a thing, which I can work with. A simple counter, simple to do. I would be interested in this one. Does it link to code? Okay, perfect. Great. Let's write some code, man. Let's do this. Okay. And it is still taking its time. Okay, we will wait. We can wait. So what's up? Mm-hmm. In the meantime, we can check like what other things they have. Simple routing. That's interesting. You switch control flow for simple routing. Scoreboard. Okay. Tic tac toe. That's fun. We can try that. It will be fun to play a game. Form validation. Okay, that's interesting. I'll be, it will be nice if we can use kind of those library called Zod or maybe React form hook. I think React, yeah, obviously. I'm not sure like if React form hook will work. It would be nice if it does, or maybe if there's an equivalent package, that'll be nice because I'm already using it in one of my production apps, and if I think it works, I mean, just moving from one framework or library to another doesn't make much sense if it's already running on production because like as the saying goes, if the code works, just don't change it. Simple as that. If the legacy code works, just don't change it. But okay, so when we talk about moving to another language, a programming language or a framework, it doesn't matter if it's a backend or front end, but you should only change when it brings certain value. For example, performance, or maybe if the organization really needs that thing. For example, if in one of my organization I work at, so over there the code earlier code base was in Angular, uh, and we managed to migrate to Vue.js. uh, Obviously, Angular, no comments, no comments, because I have seen that code base, like obviously, like uh, some of the code was already migrated to Vue.js, and they did the initial setup using Webpack and all that stuff. So it was like it was a little bit easier for me to get started, to just migrate the rest of the code base to Vue.js. And after migrating to Vue.js 2, it's not even complete yet. So uh, after migrating to Vue 2, like all the code base, and then we started migrating to Vue 3, which was even more pain in the ass. Uh, but yeah, we managed to do that even. In coding, nothing is impossible. Okay, this is really, I don't know why it's not working. Come on, give me a helping hand over here. Okay, they have style components. Great. Okay, what else? Suspense. Various asynchronous async loading with solid suspense control flow. Suspense tabs. Okay. Um, mhm. Suspense list. Redux. Okay. Simple to do template literals. Okay. Can we try to run this locally? If this is not working. Like if it is taking this much time just to load, like what will happen? Just fuck it. Uh, so I think I should set up it locally. I don't want to set up it locally in the first place. I don't want to. But if Vite has that sweet little template, we can run it locally. That'll be awesome. Awesome, awesome. That'll be awesome. Uh, I need that tick or that, what was that? The to do app. Come on, please, to do app. Oh, let's say, what do we have? I need a simple TypeScript app. Uh, you know what? Let's go to Vite site. Maybe they might have a decent, very simple, bare bones template. At least, at least just get started coding, man. I haven't even wrote a single piece of line of code in last 40 minutes. Vite, Vite. Okay, now even this, man. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. There is no template. What? I thought it supported. Oh man. This is so sad. Barely sad. They did on their website they did said it supports. Okay, maybe they didn't add the template. Possibly. Possibly. So I think we have to go like really custom, just open terminal and let's get our hands dirty, like really dirty for coding. For coding. Okay, now wait for the terminal to open. Let me do some magic. I'll just cd into my coding directory, my live stream coding directory, and from there we can get started. Okay, cd into my coding repository directory, my bad. Then I will go to my personal directory. Oh, there are a lot of files. Good, good, good. Okay, over here, okay, I think we can start from here. So here it is. It's a terminal, sweet little terminal, very cute. And we will use PNPX. Yeah, okay, that's confusing name. dget. What is that? Dget. Solid. Is it even safe command? What the hell is dget? I hope it's not a shady command. What the hell? Am I not? Okay, I'm on node 20. Let me switch to node 18. They also didn't specify the node version. I guess like 16 is still in LTS. No, I think it's 18. 18 is in LTS and 16 is in maintenance mode. Yeah. Yeah. It'd be nice to do a karaoke stream, but I'm kind of bad at singing. Uh, it is still changing the node version. Actually, this is the part which always take a lot of time. Like even if I'm not doing the stream. Okay, so if I'm not doing the stream, maybe it might take maybe let's say 3 to 4 seconds, but now it is taking more than a minute. Okay, let's see. Did it? Come on, just change the NVM. Okay, it got changed. Nice. So we are using Node 18, 0.15.0. So we will use pnpx, dgit, SolidJS, templates, TypeScript. We need that TypeScript juicy template. We will write and I will define or write the directory name. Okay, then it will run the script, pull that TypeScript template, SolidJS template, and okay, it is doing its magic. I hope it will work this time, because earlier, like when I ran the help command, it didn't work. Okay, cool, it's working. I mean, it worked already. So if I just cd into that directory, cool, pretty cool. Okay, we got the readme file, index.html. Let's see what the index.html has to say. It should be pretty bare bones. Yeah, as obvious. Quite similar. And the best part is that we can write JSX, which we are already familiar with. And okay, you see over here, this is, I should enlarge it. Let's see if I can do, it's quite small. Let's do this. All right, cool. Maybe just increase the font. Can I increase the font? Yeah, I can. Okay, so over here, like it is using width, which is great. I'm not sure like why they didn't add that example over there. Kind of weird. Okay, so index.html, package.json, pnpm log file. Great, very great. So now I can just install the packages with a Node 18, and they also have the tsconfig. Okay, it is installing some packages. So I actually know the best thing about the pnpm is that it reuses the packages which are already installed on your machine. You know, best part. Like for if you use just npm, we get like 600 megabytes of folder. It's insane. Yeah, I think I thought I already had Wit installed. Weird. Oh, no. Actually, okay, so it is just installed the dependencies which is required. No worry. All right, cool, all good. Okay, so according to the guide, it's said to install the packages. We have done that. Uh, since I'll be using Vim, I'm trying to learn Vim. You know, being a nerd dev, nerd. So I will open this in a new directory. It is also taking its sweet time to just do everything. I hope it doesn't take much time this time, just to change the node version. And over here we will so in the second tab we'll run the node server. I mean, not the node server, but yeah, I mean, well, I mean, it'll be just a SolidJS server, I guess. Yeah. In the dev. Come on. Okay, in the meantime, this is getting its senses back, the second tab. So in our first tab, we can start the our editor. I'm okay, just straight up, spoiler alert, I'm not a Vim expert, I'm still learning it. If you guys have any questions, please ask. I'll try my best to answer them. If I have any questions, please do help me in the way. Let's learn it together. Okay, let me just shrink the size, and it's Vim, pretty cool. This is our tree view, and now we can open the index file, index.html. I'll be more interested to see, just give me a second. Okay, I'll be more interested to see the source directly, like what they had to offer. I will run the node server in the second tab. Actually, if I remember correctly, I think I also installed Bun, a new runtime separate from Node, which is quite faster as they claim. I think it's like it doesn't have all the functionality of Node. Like they're still working on it. I think, let me check. It was Bun, something like this. No, not Bun. Oh my god. Okay, let me clear the terminal. Okay, you didn't see that. Okay, I don't have it. Never mind. Let's focus on one thing. Okay, so our server is running at localhost port 3000. So we can try that. But by the way, like, I haven't explored the code base. I still need to explore it, but we are trying to see like what it does look like. Okay, pretty simple. Okay, I think over here, so they just swapped the the SolidJS logo and just kept the React code base. Okay, kind of hilarious, All right. Okay, so over here we need to go to the source directory this time. Okay. Seems pretty straightforward, I guess. So we have the assets directory, not asset. Oh my god, assets directory. It has favicon.ico. Even I think the ICO format is being deprecated or is deprecated. I'm not exactly sure. Even now we can, like, in the modern web browsers or in the modern front-end dev, we can use PNG or SVGs for the favicon, which is great, and it's like, if we use SVGs, it's much more crisper. Yeah. Okay, next we let me drink some water. Keeping myself rehydrate. Okay, next we have app.module, the styles. So pretty simple, I guess. Just like this is not a, I mean, like, just a simple CSS. It is using CSS modules, which is the newer I say, like, kind of a, I think CSS module was in the, like, it's part of the web standards, right? I mean, the CSS, what do you call that, web 3, right? I'm not exactly sure. Like, it is maintained or managed by that community. So I guess it's pretty simple. Just great. What's next? App.tsx. Okay, over here, SolidJS. They are importing the uh, T. Okay, so they are importing the type of the they are importing the type component from the SolidJS. Okay, pretty simple. They are importing the logo and the styles. Pretty simple. Okay. I wonder like if okay, let me try something. So if they have like like what React offers, FC functional component. Uh, no, I don't think so. Functional statement. What's that? See, it's getting its. I think this is the language. So it was getting its type from React, I guess. I'm not sure why it is just because like my Vim setup is my terminal Vim setup is messed up. I don't know the fuck I did over here. I just followed some YouTube tutorial. That's all. Uh, yeah. Anyway, let's continue. So the best thing is that we can write JSX. That's the best part, and obviously TypeScript. So let's try to make some changes. That's what. Let's write some code. So we are already in the source app.tsx file. Let's create a new line. This is a edit made by Yeshu. Oh, I wrote my name wrong in the live stream on Twitch. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. We can save the changes now. And there you go. See, Wait is awesome. Wait is freaking awesome. It's awesome. I still can't get used to this. Okay, so like in Vim, there's this two ways to navigate in the code. Like a very basic way is to use arrow keys, up, down, left, right. Pretty simple. We are already used to that. But in Vim, so there is no kind of a basic way is to use H to go left, J to the down, and K to up, and L to right. So these are the like very basic ways to navigate in Vim. There are other more advanced ways you can do it. So I can't freaking get used to this concept. Like I okay, like I remember like H is for left, L for right, but for up and down I freaking get confused a lot every single day. Sometimes because like so generally what happens like for arrow keys we actually that's the way I do it. So I use three fingers like for my left my this finger and this finger I use it for left and right navigation or the for pressing the keys, but I use my middle finger for pressing the up and down arrow key. But in like for Vim, like I still couldn't get used to that concept. But I guess I will get used to it as I continue to use it. All right. So next is what should we do next? It would be nice to build a to-do app if I know a shit about SolidJS, like what to do. Okay, let's see. Index.css, I guess pretty basic. Just importing the basic styles. Yep, pretty simple. What else? Index.tsx. Okay, I think this one. What? Okay, in the index.tsx. Oh, this one is interesting. All right, let's check it out. So over here, first of all, I don't know what this comment is about. Refresh, reload. Is this comment specific to SolidJS? What if I remove this one? What will happen? I don't see any difference. Okay, let's undo the change. Next is importing the base styles index.css, and we are importing the app as well. And then we get the root mm, root by root id using javascript. Makes sense. And it's checking if it's in dev mode. Root instance of, is this what exactly is this doing? VTI. What the fuck just happened? Oops. Was there a spider on my neck? I just thought. Alright, let's continue. Okay. So what I can understand from this is that uh, you know um, 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 that like root, if we get any element by javascript, we can get the element, or it can be null as well. We don't know, so I think it's checking like if the root element is instance of, like it's checking, like if the element doesn't exist, just throw an error, or else just mount it to the or render it. Actually, why it is using this? Wait. VT this. I need to, come on, man. This, I still can't get used to. What the hell? So does it needs to be a function to render that? How to switch tabs now? So over here, if I go to just a file, maybe edit something, and then save it. Oh, I did the Vim. Oh, that's interesting. So like it didn't. This is interesting. Like, so I added the change, I saved the file, and it didn't reload. So I'm guessing it's because of that function. Like it needs to be a function. It should be a functional component that it should return, that it renders to the DOM. Yep, I think so. So it should be so if we just change this to uh, over here like this, there you go. See, yeah. Why did they added a exclamation mark at the end? What does that mean? Is it a kind of those expressions? For example, like what do you call that? For instance, like if we do like plus plus, is it one of those expressions? I don't know. I think so. Like for example, if we do exclamation equal, that is like not equal, or maybe triple like this. I might be wrong. Mm. I also notice this. When the page was reloading, it I think it is not hot module reloading. It's reloading the whole page. Even though, like I think Vit does support hot module reloading. Because over here, for instance, maybe I got maybe a bit inspired from Next.js, because at least they do support hot module reloading, and it only updates the specific a component or the logic which is being modified. And as far I remember, I think Vit does that as well. Okay, so I quit the Vim. How to close a particular tab? I don't know how to do that. So I will open the app.tsx file, and over here we are going to we are going to try to build a to-do app. Let's do it. So first of all, I still can't get used to this key bindings. Uh, First of all, I will just remove the logo, and then I will go to the next line. What the hell happened? Okay. So over here, well, I think I can just remove this whole piece of code. Let me set to okay. Now I can remove all this piece of code. I don't need that. It should be at the line number this and this. All right. So over here will be our over here will be our to do app, and okay, let's make it how to do I think I remember. I don't remember how to do a replace. You know what, it's fine, it's fine. So what I'm going to do is create an h1 and go to end of the line and create a closing h1 tag and then save the file. All right, pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, we are why we are working in a header. I think okay, it's fine, you know, it's fine. So I have created a heading inside the header. Pretty good, pretty good. Next I can just start from over here. I can write it main. So these are the tags which I'm writing are pretty basic HTML native tags. This is not a React component or a solid component. It's vanilla HTML. It's a vanilla ice cream, ice cream, whatever. Okay, so first of all, I should read the docs. The actually one thing I just know is that that we can use signals. Let's try that real quick. I think it's create signal, SIG and the signal. Okay, yeah. Sometimes English can get fucked up. SolidJS web. I think I don't have that package. I need to install that package as well. Okay, if I now go to line number 9. Nope. Not over here. Okay, over here I will create so I will create a signal which will encapsulate all the which will store all the to-dos, you know. It can be an array of object. So I will do to-dos and set to do. Pretty simple. And I will do create signal, and it will be an empty come on, it will be an empty array. Good, great. Now if you go to line number 10 over here, so we need two things. We need to create an input field to type a to do, and then we need to bind that to do to a click to a button. But I guess in the SolidJS we don't need to bind it because that should be pretty simple and easy to do it. And I will not do any styling. So whatever styling we got in the template, we will just be using that. And if it doesn't have any styles, we will not. It'll be just a very simple to do app, you know, very simple. All right. Where is our game? All right. So over here, I will create another div, and this div will have an input field, and it will be of the type. I think by default the type is always text, but uh, for the sake of the live stream, we will explicitly define that it is a text type, and we will also set a placeholder uh, to do title. Pretty simple. And I believe we can self close it. Maybe we can. I think SolidJS should support that. Next, we have a button. We will not use the form over here. Uh, I think like we might have to bind that form to a separate thing. So uh, uh, we will just keep it simple for now. And then we will just close this. So this will be our kind of a main. Oops. So this will be our main first section, which will show the input field. And okay, it didn't show that. This happens, a lot of time in the live demo sessions or when you are doing some serious work, but it's okay. We are in a live stream. We are here to learn. It's fine. Okay, the page is gone. Awesome. We are making progress. We are freaking making progress now. The freaking page is gone. The server is running. This is mind-blowing. All right, let's see what happened. What chemical reaction happened over here. Let's go to the headers in the styles app.module. Everything looks great, man. I don't know what. Okay, let's open the DevTools. I should open app.tsx in the meantime. Am I getting any error in the console? Create signal not found. Okay, see, that's the culprit. So I do need to install that package. I will do yoink. No, that didn't work. Okay, that should work. So over here now I will install this. I'm installing SolidJS package, the web part of it. Okay, that is pretty nice, It's what the hell? Did I got the package name wrong? Create signal. The spelling should be correct, right? Components are lightweight in that they are not stateful themselves and have no instance. Instead, they serve as a factory function for DOM elements and reactive primitives. Solid's fine-grained reactivity is built on 3 core primitives: solid, signals, memo, and effects. Together, they form an auto-tracking synchronization engine that ensures your views stay up to date. Reactive computations take the form of function-wrapped expression that execute synchronously. Synchronously. Vanishing components. Oh, vanishing. Oh, they have server-side rendering. Great. So solid SolidJS web. What is the package name, guys? Packages. Okay. um Solid. Okay, there's an official filter. Pretty neat, pretty neat. uh we have, I don't see the package. mm, 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 mm. This is nice. I don't see that package. It's totally fine. Nothing to worry about. You know, everything is good. We can just open npm. We can check the package we need, and if it doesn't have the package, then we got a serious problem. Pretty damn sure we got a serious problem. All right, let's do this. And spelling mistake. Okay, solid JS web. Please give me something. Okay, wait a second. Is it if here's my take. If we have already installed the solid -js package, it might already have the web part already. You know, like a kind of a big package which has everything inside it. That might be possible. So let me. This happens every single time. Okay, just quit. Okay. Um, so if I just start the server and create, let me just double check if I wrote the signal properly. Create signal. Yeah, that is correct. And I should be importing the signal from the render. Okay, so we can import the signal from the SolidJS direct package. Okay, pretty cool. Go, great, great, great. So what I will do dw. Okay, great. So back to our app. If we, it should auto reload because our server is running. Okay, great, it is running. And we can also see our tiny little input field and a button over here. Great. I think I should just change a style a little bit, that it doesn't occupy the whole height of the screen. So if I go to app.module, okay, there it is, min height. So I can just remove that. You know what, let's just say, let's do this. So if I just remove this and do 100 pixels, that'll be great. And I can go to app. Okay, great, now it looks great. So I will not focus a lot on the styles right now. I will just try to keep it bare minimum. Now, the next question is that how to make the input field reactive with the. Okay, so I need to create another signal that will hold the value of the input field itself, so that we can use that, um, for to make the input reactive. So this will be okay. Let's go with input value. Set input value. We'll create another signal, and the default value will be just an empty string. Great, great. Now I should go to line number 12. Oh man. Over here, how to bind the input field? Let's see. Think solid, directive data, vanishing component, read write. If okay, so I couldn't find that in the docs. So if I do on change, it's just a total guess. We are going with the visuals over here. So I will use an on change handler, which is from the React, or at least that's the concept in the React, like on change. It will listen with any on change handler in the input field. Over here, so we can do so we'll get the value which is from the event, and over here we'll do set. We'll call the set input value function and pass it as the event. Then we do target. We'll access that particular value, and we'll do event target value. Great. Now this way it will directly, or at least it should directly bind. So just to test the value that it binds it, so we can try to print something to the DOM. Okay, or maybe I got my terminology wrong. I'm not sure if they actually call it DOM, or I think they don't have. They say they don't have the virtual DOM, so I think it's the actual DOM. So I think I'm right. So I will create another div, which will print. It has a single. It uses a single curly brackets, right? Not the twice, not the double curly brackets. Okay, so I will use input value and then use input value and execute as a function, and then okay, then close the div and save the file. Let's see. So if I type something, okay, oh, it worked. Great, awesome. Great, it worked. I was hoping it would be reactive, like as I type. So if I actually, it says on change in React.js. So whenever we type, right, so it immediately fires that handler, like on chain handler. It immediately fires, and then it then whatever the function we set, it just executes that. But over here, like when we blur from the input field, at that time at that time it tries to set the value. So if I do hello world, and then I focus out from the input field, at that time it says the value. I think it's fine. Kind of just a new way to do to follow a particular approach. It's totally fine. So next is we will use on click handler over here. And we can so this will be kind of it will have kind of a big logic, because this function will do a lot of things. So I will just write the function name over here. It will be add to do item handler. And over here at the line over here, line 11 I guess. So I will create a function. It will be add to do handler, to do item handler. And over here we will do all the logic and stuff of the first one. Okay, the first one is to get the input field value. After we get the input field value, we need to set okay, we need to create an object, because object it will have the state that the to do is not done. Okay, let me just write it down. To do states okay, so first one we can write not done, maybe. I'm not sure like what to do it over here. Okay, then the second one will be doing, and the third one is done. Pretty simple. Okay, great. Now we can do next will be, so these are the states which will be shared across multiple to-dos. And next we will be creating an object which will be stored inside that the to-dos over here at line number 8. And then after we have appended our to-do item to the to-dos, then we need to clear the input field. Clear the input field. All right, great. So let's start with the first one. So over here I'm not sure like how the reactivity will work. Like in the way reactivity works in Vue.js is that like if you try to access the reactivity directly and store it inside a variable, it says that the reactivity will break if you store that in a separate variable. Like if you directly use the okay, let me give a quick example of the Vue.js over here. So for instance, we have this let me call it ref var. So ref var is just a generic variable name. It is nothing related to reactivity or anything. It's just a general name. So over here I will write ref. This is the actual reference which is from the Vue.js Vue 3, and I can write anything. So this can be any default value which you want to define. It can be a string, boolean value, whatever, or maybe an array of blah blah blah. So I will just do hello world. So over here, like right now, this value is this ref var, the variable itself is reactive. So if I just go to over here, this navigation, man. So this ref var is the variable which is reactive, and we can use that anywhere. And if we want to try to use it, what we can do, we can console log that by ref var dot value. This way we can access the value of the reactivity. It's the reactive value. This way we can access it, and the value will be still reactive if we try to change it. So that's how it works in Vue.js. But in SolidJS, I'm not sure how this will work, because if I store that variable in a if I store the reactive value in a variable, what will happen? So for instance, what I'm trying to do over here is that if I say to do title, I know that the names are pretty messed up over here, so just bear with me. So I will just try to do execute the value itself. I know oh man. So if I do input value, so over here, like you can see this to do item. So the question is it still reactive or not? We can try that real quick. So what I will do, I'll just console log this to do title and save the file. I actually no, I think this will not help us to check if the value is reactive or not. Yeah, this will not help us. Okay, so what I will do, over here I will do so this is a const variable, so let me change it to let. Let me change this to let. Now over here, if I do to do title, to do title and set it to any okay, let's say to hello from SolidJS. Okay, let's say this. Okay, so now if we try to compare the value over here, what will it say? So if I do input value, and I think it will say false, but what I'm interested in is that, like, if it throws any particular warning or error, that will be more interesting to see. So let's see if I just type something. Okay, let's say hello world, simple hello world. Okay, so we see it over here, it's reactive. If I click on the submit, it says false. Okay, makes sense. It didn't throw any warning or error saying that it is not reactive. Okay, great then, I guess. That was just a concern. I think it would be more interesting to just do some little bit more test on that one. So the next in the next part, what I will do, okay, over here only. So what I will do, I will do set to do. I will execute that as a function, and I will execute this to do's. Let's call it do it as a callback function like this, to do's, and I can push that item and pass the an object to the array. This will be the title, or it can be name as well, whatever fine it is, whatever works. So for now I will directly pass the input value as a function over here, just to be on the safe side that the value is still reactive. And I will also check later on, like if we try to add the functionality to update the or maybe to edit a particular to do, like if we at that point if we can check like the value is reactive or not, that'll be more interesting. And the next will be the state, and over here obviously it will be not done, the name of the state. Great. I think I wrote this function, this logic wrong. I have to test that. And lastly, I need to clear out the input field. So I can do set input value, and just set the value as empty string. That should do the work. Great. Alright, it should hot reload, and our app should work. I will still reload one more time to be on the safe side that everything should be up to date. Now if I do let's do one more thing before testing the app. I will also render all the to-dos over here. So I will create one more div, and I will map all the to-dos over here, calling to-dos map item. Then it will be like this, and over here it can be item dot name. Makes sense, right? Let's try it. So I do task 1. Okay, it says to-dos dot push is not a function. Oh, okay, my bad. All right. So it needs to be like this. Wait, what the hell I did? Be like this, because we need to access the value from the to-dos, and then obviously it will return an array, and then we can push that. Actually, wait. No, okay. I think it's correct. Yeah. So what we are doing that since the the second dependency or argument, I don't know what to call it. The set function, the set to do function, it just replaces the value. Like basically, I think that's what it does. So we are taking the value from the to dos from over here, and we are using the push method from the array and pushing an object to the to-dos array, and then setting that array, the final array, with a new item, with a new to-do item, and then setting it to this function over here, and then it further updates the to-dos over here. Yep. All right, let's see. So I will refresh the app and do task 1 again. It says undefined. Undefined is not an object. Okay, didn't saw that coming. Let's see. Undefined is not an object. Why it is undefined? Did I got the variable name wrong? No, that should be correct. Let me check the type actually. So when I execute this function over here, I can do a quick console log. I can do type of to do's. That should tell me like what is the type of what's the type of the value it has in the store or in the in that create signal function. Okay, it says object. Well, I mean, yeah, technically array is also an object, or that's how the JavaScript interpret. Forget it. I mean, that's how it works. Like, okay, makes sense. And at line 16, where is line 16? Okay, it means over here. This should be false. Makes sense, I believe. But it still says undefined is not an object. Why? Okay, there's one more. Oh, what happened over here? This was supposed to be an item. But like I have another idea. So what I'm going to do is, over here I will comment this out. Over here I will add this. Go to end of the line. So I will just do a JSON stringify print, and I will do to do's, and let's see. So that will tell us like what data actually does it store, and I can see it over here. It is an array, like it's an empty array. So I will just do a little bit of styling to make it more distinguishable. So over here I will do class name, and okay, we can just write class. Oh my god, that's so much better, styles. Okay, I will just do list over here. I'll keep the names very simple, and I will go to the apps.modules.css and create a new line. I will do list. I will do the styles really quick. Just let me know if you guys have any questions. Okay, border 1 pixel solid. The stylings will be a bit ugly, so please ignore that. We just need some kind of a differentiation over here just to know that like what is what. This should work. Yeah, cool. Okay, it works. Yeah, it was weird that it didn't hot reload when I saved the CSS file. I don't know why is that, but when I resaved the app.tsx file, it worked. I mean, it hot reload the app. All right, no worries. Okay, let's continue. So if I do what else? What else? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, let's do a task one again. So it prints to the DOM task one over here. So whatever the value is, it is reactive. So when I try to submit again, it throws an error. So I think the problem is over here. So what I'm going to do, so whatever the value over here is, so I'll just select this part over here. And I will console log this part actually. And I will see what it does. I think I got something wrong. I missed a bracket. I missed a bracket. Yep. Now it should work. Wait, what? What? It should have a bracket, right? Because the push has this parentheses, which is this, and console. Is it this one? Okay, fine, no worries. So let me just type something. And it says at line number 18, it is 1. Why? Why does it say that? It should be an array, and we are pushing an item. Maybe I'm getting something wrong. Reactivity, server, TypeScript, testing solid. Okay, in the reactivity, create memo. Finally, memos are cache derived values. They share the properties of both signals and effect. They track their own dependent signals. Signals re-executing only when those change and are trackable signals themselves. Oh, I see. Building a reactive library from scratch. Oh, actually, on the topic of library, so for one of my production apps, the battery is low. Dang. I can wait. This should just hold on. I hope it doesn't shake. All right. There you go. So yeah, on the topic of the library, so for one of my production app, it is I can just maybe show you guys. So I'm currently working on this app called Verbals. It's a platform I have built for creators. Right now, only writers can share or publish their books, novels, and or any short stories. But the plan is to allow creators a broader community. If there is a kind of a visual novel or maybe even journal articles. So that's kind of a long-term goal, but right now only writers can share their content. So this is a verbose platform, and for this one I was planning to create a library, kind of a component library. So right now I'm using Next.js, and everything is kind of a monolithic architecture. So everything is inside a monolith code base, and I was planning to split the code, split the components into a separate package so that it can be shared across multiple websites, because I have a separate website for the marketing content. For example, for the blogs, there's a separate site which is used by Astro. So it'll be nice to share certain components, but over here I think this is the only this is a bug, not good. Oh, that was weird. Anyway, uh, so uh, so like this is the only component which is being shared, but I think I have duplicated this component because I didn't have the library or the shared component at that time. So I am trying to create a library for React, for a private component library that can be used to share components. And even there is one more a separate site called help, which contains the help articles. And over here, so there are certain components which okay, believe over here there are not many components. Like I haven't updated the visuals of this site, so it's pretty simple, I guess. But for the blogs, I have updated it quite recently. I have also updated the underlying platform which I'm using for managing the post itself for the blogs. If I go to blogs.verbals for this one, um, yeah. By the way, I'm also using Astro, so I think it should be pretty fast. The static, and also so I did a lighthouse test, and I think I got almost close to 95 for all those except for the PWA, because that is not PWA enabled. And yeah, so you can see it over here. It says Astro version 2.3.0. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. I don't have much articles over here, but like I'm looking for guest writers. If anyone is interested in submitting, you know, articles related to writing content, it'll be very much welcome. And as in return, we can, you know, add your link in the. So right now it doesn't have that profile for the writers, but I can add that option over here where we can link your profile to a personal website. So if you're interested, please DM me in the Discord. And my Discord is I hope the link is still working. I'm not sure. Let's see. That is weird. Okay, that command is not working. Okay, I mean, just let me know in the chat. I'm not sure like why that command is not working. But you know, like if you see on the live stream, so at the bottom left corner, so there is this kind of an image will show up for the Discord invite link. You can go to that invite link and DM me real quick. By the way, I'm also working on the new. I'm also working on the new design for the homepage. Pretty excited for the new design. Some improvements, how the look and the feel of the homepage itself, because right now it looks pretty bland, not really informative about the platform itself, or like what because there are not many product screenshots, like what it is about and what we can do. Like it's very much of text, you know, very texty, not many images. But if you scroll down, there are some text or images. So I'm working on improving that as well in the next release. All right, back to topic. So over here, this said one, you know, like if you check the console message, why it is saying one, I'm not sure, because this maybe it is saying one as an length, which is kind of weird. It doesn't make sense. like the length of the array, but that doesn't make sense. It doesn't even have the option to search. Let's check the APIs. What APIs have? Okay, basic reactivity, create signal. Yeah, we have already been through. Initial value. Mm-hmm. Okay. Or by wrapping any computing with the function can be used in a tracking scope. Double count. Write signal by providing a value. If you want to store a function in a signal, you must use the function form. However, functions are not treated specially as the initial value argument to create signal. You should pass a function initial value as is. What? However, functions are not treated specially as an initial value. Okay, I'm not exactly sure. I want to check about the array. So let me try to do it outside of the solid ecosystem. So let's try to use a vanilla TypeScript or JS. So I will create a variable called r, which should be an empty array, and this empty array will uh, mm, will be used to test out. I think it might not be reactive, in a sense that it might not update the DOM, I think. But let's try it out. So over here, we can do this and save the file. Going back to our solid app, so it hot reload. Great. If I do something and click submit, it is still saying one. Hmm. Okay, let me destructure this. Let's take one more step over here. So over here we got this, and then we can do console.log or app.exx. Okay, Now if I try to do it again, okay, see, this time it worked. So let me try one more time. Okay, okay, great, great. Okay, can just replace this with to-dos function from the create signals, and I can remove this console log. I can also remove C2I D2I D T2. Okay, it worked. Yeah, like so over here I can do to-dos. So whatever the updated to-dos is, I can update or I can execute the set to-dos function uh, with the up-to-date to-dos, if that makes sense. It does. And over here I can replace this with to-dos. Over here if I do to-dos. All right, great, great. So let's test now. Why it is not showing that? Let me try to console log it again. Maybe we got something wrong. So if I do console log to-dos and try it again, because in our vanilla array it worked. Okay, line number 23, it is working. Great, perfect. If I try, okay, it is working. But so here's the thing. Oh wait a second. Okay, so I just noticed an issue. Well, that is fine. I can fix that later. So the issue was that if I submit the when I click the submit button, we say that just clear the input value, and the value stored in the signal of input value, it clears that, but that value is not binded to the input field itself. So that's the issue, but we can fix that later. And the problem is that it is not over here we are doing JSON stringify for the to-dos, and it is not updating, to be frank. Set to do. Do I need to remove this? I'm not exactly sure. Like this. I think that will not work. Yeah, it is still empty. It is empty, dude. So back to our issue over here. So uh, the question is, when exactly do we need to set this as to do's? Like when exactly we need to call. Uh, when exactly we need to call the set to do as a function. Over here, like if I just comment this out, I can't comment it, man. So if I do like this, uh, let's try it. No, it's still not working. The to-dos, what exactly are we missing, man? Let's check the docs again. Create signal, create effect, create memo, create resource, on mount, on cleanup, batch, map array. Okay, here it is, map array. A helper to make it easier to interop. How to interop? Is that how you pronounce it? Interop with external producers like RxJS observables or Visual Store. Uh, map array in SolidJS, reactive map helper that caches each item by reference to reduce unnecessary mapping on update. It only runs the mapping function once per value and then moves or removes it as need. The index argument is a signal. The map function itself is not tracking. Underlying helper for the for function control flow. So you mean to say like it run? So we need to use wait, map array. I'm not sure if this will. I'm not sure if this will work in the. So we pass the first argument as an array, and the map function. We can try it. No, it wouldn't hurt to try. So over here, if I do map array, okay, cool, pretty cool. And over here, if I do map array we can do to do's, and the second argument will be the map function, the item, and we can, okay, let me copy this one. So this will be y to t this, nope, y to f this. Okay, yeah, that's what we need. I'm still trying to get used to that, to the Vim key bindings. Like I'm just putting some effort into remembering those, or maybe typing those. But I should get used. It should be on my tapes. Like I'm still not pro at it. Oh man, I hate this. This is the problem in. Well, I wouldn't say it a problem, but I think this is a when you delete or cut the text in Vim, it uses the same clipboard. It's pretty annoying. It's annoying. Okay, let me do it again. Okay, like this. This doesn't look bad. Yeah, it doesn't look bad at all. Let's try it out. Okay, so there's this extra. Okay, it says list is not a function. Which list? In list, list is an instance of it. Which list is it talking about? List as in an actual variable? Because it explicitly, like in a single quote, it says that. Or it needs to be a function like this. Nah, dude, it just doesn't work. I don't know why. Let me try one more thing. Over here, if I seed a single init to do and set the status state. Oh, come on. As doing what it will do. Okay, it prints on the DOM. That's what we need. It said unrecognized value, skipping inserting. Why? It's the initial value we are setting. Or should we do it on mount? Let's see, set an item to array in SolidJS. I guess we need to just search something. That's the only way. SolidJS add item, add element in stored array. Build it to do app. Yep. Okay. Yeah, fine. Create signal. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. So we try to do that over here at line number 29, but it didn't work. So what we did was we pushed an item to the to-dos in this to-dos variable, and then we executed the set to do function which sets that value. Is it transparent? No, I don't think so. It's not transparent. Granular reactivity. Effect. Solid has a fact that can run when a variable that okay, let's try this. So over here we will not use the set to do to execute. We can check if it so when we push an item to the to do's variable, I don't know, like what's the terminology. Is it a signal when to do signal? I believe that's the terminology. So we will check if it actually updates the signal or not, because I can't install the. Hey Perflow, welcome back. What's up? Welcome back, welcome to the stream. So over here we will be we will be using create effect function to check the value is being updated or not. So we'll use create effect, and it should be outside of the callback function, so we can do create effect over here and execute the, and we can just log the values. To do's, to do's, oh no, to do's, is it correct? Yeah. Okay. So when the item is pushed to the to do's signal, we do log it over here, but we will comment this out for now. Oh, why have to close it again and again? App.tsx. gr. What does that mean? Gr. What does R stand? If good, good, right? What's gr? Okay, create effect. So we have created an effect, and now let's try it. So if I create a new item, it says false. Okay, you know what? Let me just comment this out as well. It's just freaking me out. Okay. Now it's just an error. Okay. Um, the create effect is I'm not sure did it get registered. Let me check it. Create effect. Okay, so it got executed uh, before the signal. mm, then does that mean that the oh okay, so so the console log happened okay at line number 36. Yeah, makes sense, cool. All right, okay, it works. So that part works. So at line number 18, it's an object. Yeah, it's fine. uh, so now I have inserted a new item in the to do, but it didn't got executed in the create effect. uh, let's check the docs again. Create effect. um, Create effect accepts a callback function or just a function maybe, and then the value. Effects are a general way to make an arbitrary code side effect run whenever dependency changes, example to modify the DOM manually. Create effect creates a new computation that runs the given function in a tracking scope, thus automatically tracking its dependencies and automatically rerun the function whenever the dependency update. Yeah, yes sir, we got that. It doesn't work. you know it's freaking me up. I don't know. It's not working. Create effect, to dos. So over here, if I let me remove this empty. Let me remove this initial value. Uh, it is set relative. Yep. Love the programming. I have been doing programming like since high school. Uh, like, and it's a weekend, So I'm not working on an actual project. I'm just learning some new things. So this is a SolidJS, a new library, a JavaScript library, and yeah. Well, like in general, like devs do love even in the weekends, even on the side project. Yep. uh, Coding is in their blood. All right. Uh, for DD, cool. And if I go over here, create a new line, create a comment, paste, close the comment, go down, delete this, save the file. If I create an empty array, so over here in the console logs the empty array, which makes sense, and it also returns the value 0, which I'm assuming is the length of the array, which is 0. Obviously there are no items. What I'm not getting is that why it is not adding the item to an array. Yeah, we have done that. Okay, now we don't need that. Oh, okay, they are use so there's a dedicated for. Let me check the docs. For me, coding is like magic. uh, yeah, technically, um, yeah, theoretically, coding does feel like magic. For example, let's say, which example should I give? Okay, yeah, let's take an example of this library framework which I'm learning. So if we talk about like you have mentioned that you were learning HTML and CSS, so the JavaScript is the next part of it, which is writing, like as the name suggests, it's JavaScript, which help us building the interactive websites. And JavaScript is like a very low level, or you can say not low level, but uh, it's a language, I say. And but it gets really complicated. So if you start building websites using pure JavaScript, you can still build, you can build complex applications using plain JavaScript, right? But it can get really complicated just to build a building a basic app as well. But using a framework or a library called, for example, this is a library called SolidJS. There are many other libraries and framework. I won't go too much detail into it. Maybe you will get you will but you can just search that whatever frameworks or library are available for a particular language. So that library makes it much more easier, or it makes the experience of programming much more easier, and helps in a certain way. So that's, you can call it a magic, because there are a lot of things. If I use this library to build a website, I will feel certain things as a magic, because if we try to do that in plain JavaScript, it will be very difficult to do that. It can be done, but it will be difficult. So you can say that in every part of the programming there can be a certain magic. Or okay, let me give one more real life example. So again, you again, this might feel like kind of a promotional, but yeah, so it's my stream, so why not, let's do a heck of a promotion. So this is a platform I have built. It's a custom code. Everything is done from scratch. Not technically perspective, but I have obviously used some framework or library to build few things. But obviously everything is being custom coded. So you can see, like, this is a framework I have built for writers to share their novels, stories, and short stories and novels and books. So like, it can feel so before I got into coding, I had to use WordPress, which was really nerve-wracking, and the functionality of WordPress was very limited for what I wanted to build. And then I started learning coding, and then so it was a long journey, so like, after learning a lot and building a lot of projects, so this is uh, the polished version. I But yeah, like, obviously you can sign up, log in, and stuff like that. I just log in with Google, sign up. Yep, pretty cool. All right. So uh, for this, set to those props on change. Okay. Set new to do. Hmm. Prevent default set to dos. Oh, I see. Okay. That uh, actually, I did that earlier in React.js as well. I mean, I thought it was only a problem in the React itself, but I didn't thought I had to do the exact same thing in Solid as well. I didn't expected that. So what the issue is exactly, or I'm not sure if it's even an issue. So over here, when I create an item, uh, I convert that into an object by passing a name, by setting the to do item as a name, and I set, because it's a to do, it's a not done to do. Pretty simple. Then the to do's variable is an array which stores an object, and then as simple. So I just take the up to date to do's array and set as an argument in the set to do function. Pretty simple. But sometimes what happened, like in the React.js, I think it was kind of a like, I think it was just the life cycle of how the variable got updated in the virtual DOM, I think. So uh, I had to so over there, like it's the pretty same logic which is done over here, that I need to access the argument from the function itself, and then return the up to date array. I mean, why? I was hoping something better, but fine, let's try it. All right, let's try it. So over here, I will do to do, and I can directly spread the to dos, the existing to dos, a to do, and okay. In that case, I don't need to do this now. So I will. Oh shit. Okay, save. We are safe. So I'll just yoink this part. Is it possible? Did it work? Come on. Why? I think it worked kind of. Okay, great. Uh, so I create an object and paste that over here. Okay, cool, pretty cool. Let's see. If this didn't work, then I don't know. Finally. Well, I mean, it happened twice. I don't know. Oh, okay. I need to delete this part. But yeah, it worked. Nice, great, awesome. It worked. I can delete this. All right. Let's try it again. Task 1. Awesome. I'm still getting this warning. I think it's just a local warning. What time is there? It's afternoon over here. It's like 12:30 p.m. Yeah, so I actually because it was a weekend, so I thought I'd do an early morning stream. um yeah, it's, you know, fun. All right, so we got that working, and if I add another task 2, it should work. Great, it worked. And we have 2 tasks over here, you know, pretty great. Great. And okay, the next part is map array. So I wrote this logic that it should map the array of to-dos and print it, but that didn't seem to work. I have to debug that now. Okay, you know, one more thing, we can fix that real quick. So over here, when I create a task, for example, I create a task 3, submit, this value doesn't get removed. So like it should get removed, so I will do that first. It's a quick fix. So over here, I can write value. It's an attribute, the native attribute for input field, and I can do to do's. I will no, input value, input value, like this, and that should work. Sorry, I'm under the influence of a sleeping pill. No worries, you know, it's all right. Like, what time is it over there? Like, is it like a? I hope it's not too late for you. Wait. Are you? Have you taken a sleeping pill? Like, are you under the weather? Are you okay? Dang, that's quite late. Well, I mean, day before yesterday, I also slept quite late. I'm yeah, but it's, I mean, you know, it's fun to, you know, sleep late sometimes. Okay, so if I create another task 3 maybe, the task is added to the DOM. I mean, you know, it's not kind of a major issue, but the create effect function we wrote, a function over here, it didn't got executed. It executed once maybe, or maybe twice, but after that it didn't got executed. Okay, so let me try this map function. So if map array function doesn't work from SolidJS, we can try the another way. So I need to do this. No. You're gonna make live later, or this is only one? Yeah, I'm planning to do a live stream in the evening. If not in the evening, tomorrow definitely. Yep. Actually, you know, like whenever I, for example, okay, let me show you. Like if I just do this scroll, the live stream frame rate drops drastically. So I try to do everything a bit slower so that the stream can be smooth, and like the frame rates can be around 35, which is pretty great, but I was hoping if I can do a live stream at 60 frames per second, that'll be awesome. But because my little machine is running OBS, it's running Discord, it is running Safari, uh, it is running Item for the terminal, and it is running a node server in the background over here for running this app. So it's doing a lot of things, so that's why it tends to get slower. But yeah, I think this like we are already in like how many, like 2 hours 45 minutes, which is pretty great. We haven't made much progress, but it's a great start for learning SolidJS. All right, let's do this. So I need to remove the comments over here. F2 this. Wait, what? No. Go to the end of the line. Okay. Save this. I think I messed up something. Alright, now it's worked. Oh, okay, it's because I feel high for the fails. Yeah, no worries, man. Have a great sleep. Don't worries. We can catch up later. Yeah, like if you feel sleepy, maybe just have a kind of a you know a sleeping background music for you to help. It can be a little bit calming. That will help. Sure, bro. See you later. All right. Thanks for joining, Buffalo. Okay. So over here we are trying to map the items in an to-dos array, but that is not working. So in the help in this article, it said that it has a for function, which is native inside the SolidJS. So we can use that. If I use for, is the for a part of the solid package or in the sub package? I have to check that. Okay, it's part of the same package. All right, cool. So over here, I can do for. Let me check the docs. Okay, here is control flow for a referentially keyed loop with effective updating of only changed item. The callback takes the current item as the first argument. Okay. Okay. Not doy. What's doy? It's for each. Then it can be to do's. So we don't need to set it as a function, right? And okay, they do support a loading state, which is great. I mean, it does make sense. If you are building kind of a progressive app, or a single page application, those things are necessary. All right, so next is accessing the item itself. So we can use curly brackets item, and then we can just copy this part. Okay, I can yoink it. Did it work? No, it didn't work. Why? F2 this. No, that didn't work either. Y2 F this. Alright, that worked. So if I just paste it over here, that should do that work. Alright, let's try. If I create a task, let me comment this out as well. Okay, now I do this. It's not working. Each if I do this, I'm not sure like why it is not working. Oh, okay, okay, gotcha. No, I understand. It is not working because it is an object. The to-dos is an array of object, and item is an object, and if I try to pass it that way, it will not work. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to delete this part, so it will be we have to this. What the hell? What happened? Did it got indented? No, I don't need that. I need to select. Okay, I will do it this way. All right, so create a div, and over here okay, let's do it like this. Let's create a multi-line this. Go down like this, and over here I can create a p tag which will show the state of the to-do item, and then we can have the item dot I think it was name h5 like this. Let's try it. Okay, that's weird. That part should be working at least. So we get the empty So a list has, so this is a list. Did the file not saved? Root app main list. Yeah, the list is empty. This is weird. Do I need to execute as a function? Oh, I still closed the man. What the? Let's try now. Awesome. Awesome. Great work. Great work, guys. So we have it running. If I create task 2, perfect. I mean, the style sucks, no worries about the styles. What's important is the logic. It's great. I mean, I can remove this. I think it's just an extra because, for example, if I type something, uh, make it out of focus, we see the reactive value over here, but when we click the submit, it hides. Or if we do something like this, if I create another task, quit submit, it shows for a quick second, but then it hides because we are resetting the value over here at line 31. So we can just delete this. All right. Cool. That's great. Can I try to format this file real quick? PNP, because I haven't set up prettier locally. So I hope this not an editor command. Prettier write source app.tsx. Let's see it works. It would be nice just to keep the file formatted so it'll be easier to read the file, because I don't know how to format the file in directly inside the Vim. So much better, much better. All right, great. Perfect. I mean, it still took like 2.5 seconds almost. But I think it's fine. Like we it downloaded the package. It reused the package. Come on. I mean, like Prettier is still can be slow sometimes. No comments on that, but if it does the work, it does the work. No complaint. Alright, I think I'll be back just a second. Yo, we are back. We are back, right? Yep, we are back. Yep, we did pretty great. With the to-do app, kind of simple, but learn something new. All right, what's next? I think show. Oh, I see. But I wonder, like why, like if I try to use. Okay, deleted that. But um, if I say to do's map item, like something like this, that this should have worked, but I'm not sure like why it didn't work. Shall I try it real quick? I can try it. All right, let's see. The server needs to be restarted. All right, and in the meantime I can comment this out. And what just happened? Okay, go to +8. Refresh the page. If we try again, okay, it works. Great. It still works. Cool. Not done. Okay, that also works, which is great. What else does it have? Server-side rendering, TypeScript, okay. Testing, okay. This one is great because most of the actually nowadays they have started doing it, but previously they were maybe they didn't care about it. So earlier, like for example, even in the view 2, I noticed they didn't add any kind of pointers. Maybe I think they just add a kind of that this library exists over here, you can do it, but they didn't orientate the enough resources. I know, like everything is open source, it's a community effort, blah blah blah, but still, but let's see like what they have over here. Jest, not a big fan. Doesn't it support Vitest? I don't know. I don't think so. No, they don't support Vitest. Man, I woke up quite early now. I'm feeling sleepy and also feeling hungry.